Hey everybody, I'm here with my buddy, not cutting these 6x6s. So we're going to start working on that elevated ground blind platform. We cut all the 6x6s to 6 feet, and now we're not cutting them so we can have that 2x6 sitting inside there. That's what we're doing. Nice. Hammer, sir. This is my buddy Jeff, by the way. He's from Pennsylvania.
Hello.
How you doing? He's helped me do some work today. He has a camp up past me, up in Sherman Mills, right?
Sherman.
Sherman?
Between Sherman and Crystal.
Crystal, all right, cool. Stop by to help out for a while and get this work done. Helped me already with the outhouse. Got that outhouse all leveled up and stuff, and I cleaned the inside out, so that's all taken care of now. So we got some work done. I've been going through the pile of lumber too. There was all kinds of ants in there this morning, so I'm put some of that confectionery sugar / baking soda in there, and hopefully it'll take care of them. I got bit by about 50 ants bit me. I still got to make a compost frame sometime. We'll get to that soon. Sammy's I think she's either in the camp or she's laying down underneath it, one or the other. This is our last trick, what we'll do right here. So we've already got 2 of these knots cut, and we'll put them up top where the elevated ground blind's gonna be. We're just doing these last 2 now. This is the same thing I did when I made my my shooting bench inside the camp. I notch cut them so I could put the 2x4s on. But these are going to be 2x6 on these. And that'll be it. All right, we are on the ground where the elevated ground blind is going to go. That's this one side. We got that built. It's going to be the legs. It's going to be 6 feet high. And we're working on the second one now. I think that's going as far as we're going to do that today. We're going to get these legs built up and lean them against the trees. Jeff's over there slaving away as usual. And get that done. And that'll probably be it for the day. It's getting too hot out. Way too hot. We'll see how she goes when it's done. Well, Jeff had to go home for a little bit. Well, his camp, not home, but got quite a bit of work done while he was here. It's just getting too hot out now, and he's got a life to live with his wife and stuff too. So I'm glad for him to come over and help for as much as he did for a little bit, and he'll come back over another time. Got news from my brother. He's gonna have to have surgery on his bicep on Thursday, so it's gonna suck for him for his bear baiting, because bear baiting starts like August 1st, and it's like next week. But they were gonna go on a anniversary trip and be gone for the weekend, but he said they're not doing that anymore. So I was going to come back on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, but he's saying not to worry about it now because he got the surgery, so they're not going to do anything. So I get to stay a few more days at camp. So that's good for me, but sucks for my brother blowing another bicep. Our bodies are just junk. That's all I can say. Junky bodies. Oh well. Me and Sammy are just going to chillax in the camp for a little bit. Body's kind of sore. I just took some ibuprofen. Hope he'll relax. And we'll get back at it in a little while. Not sure what I'll do next. I probably got to start doing that the food plot. I got to go up there with a chainsaw, cut the trees that are down on the ground, use them for firewood logs, and then plant into that rye that's standing up. Once it's planted in, while it's all standing up, my philosophy is the seed will have a better chance to land on the ground. And then once it's all planted in by me walking through it with a hand seeder, then I'll drive over it with a UTV, try and mow it all down, or flatten it all down. So all that thatch will be on top of that seed. So once we get this rain coming, supposedly it's not going to start raining now till Thursday. It was going to be Wednesday when we first started this week, but now it's saying Thursday. So that gives me an extra day to mess around with that. So I'll tackle that. But I do got to get that chainsaw up there and tackle that. That'll be my next project, but that'll be either this evening or tomorrow morning. Just don't like working in this crazy heat. I am at camp, and everybody keeps telling me you need to enjoy a little bit more. Not working yourself to death all day long. So we're not doing all day long. We're going to take a break. I started going through all those boards I had in front of the camp, and there's a big giant pile of ants all through it, and they were biting me on the neck and the back and the arms. So I put a little thing of my concoction of confectionery sugar and baking soda. Supposedly they'll take that down into the queen, and they'll all eat the baking soda and stuff, and it kills them. So we'll see what happens. So we're on break while the heat's out here, and I got a ham steak again. What a surprise, everybody, huh? Ham steak and chicken. Those are the cheapest things I can get to cook with. So that's what I do. But they're delicious. I love them. But take a break, and I'll get back to you later on once it cools down. All right, got my supper all done. I got the ham steak, and it's rice mixed with, what is it? Yeah, corn and green peppers or red peppers. I'll show you what I got here. There's a big old ham steak right there. There's my rice and corn. That's probably when you eat alone. You gotta eat the whole ham steak, and you gotta eat everything that you make there, because I don't have no way to refrigerate anything anyway. So I got my little pal right here waiting. She helps me eat whatever, and then she has whatever. She just nurses on her regular food, but she helps Daddy eat. That is what we're having tonight. Nice big old ham steak with some rice and corn. Bon appetit. All right, the wind's picking up. Feels like it's a little bit cooler air coming too. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler tomorrow in the 70s instead of in the mid to low 80s anyway. So that'll be a welcome relief. My project for tomorrow, I'm gonna have to go up to the top of the food plot and log up the trees that are on the ground that my brother dropped for me a long time ago, so I can bring them over here for the firewood pile. Then I'll start working on planting that plot up there, and then running it all over with that UTV afterwards. Sammy and I are taking a break. She helped me eat a lot of my supper, and after she got done doing that, she went right to start picking at her dog food. I don't know how the hell is she eating so much. I'm stuffed. She had just almost as much as I did between rice and the meat. She loves being out here and to do whatever she wants and relaxing and not being harassed by other dogs or worrying about somebody else eating her food up. She likes that for sure. Yeah. It's awesome that I had Jeff come over and he mowed all this stuff down for me. Now I'll have all that stuff to worry about trying to use my little sickle thing to do it. That helped a big tremendous deal. I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you very much. We got that elevated ground blind started, the stand part. We just got to connect it together with 8-footers, which I have in that tarp there, a bunch of 8-footers in there. But I didn't buy enough because I wasn't thinking about bracing up the legs, which we're going to do as we're going. And then I'll just have to buy more 2x6s for, cross members afterwards. Not sure if I go 16 on center or if I should go 24. There's only 8, it's an 8x8 stand. I mean, it's only 8 feet, so I guess even 16s would be not too bad. And most people do the floors at 24. I don't know. Still got to work on this mess too. Just hoping those ants go away. I haven't seen a bird touch the bird feeder since I filled it. That's, I don't know, they're probably already taken off. Hit the road already. But I'll come back next time I'm back here and it'll be empty, so we'll see. Alrighty. Hey folks, good morning. Up and at 'em here. I just checked my phone and it looks like there's a chance of rain. Just one chance at 7 o'clock this morning, then another one at 1 this afternoon. So I need to get out there. It's like 6 right now, and I got some stuff in my wagon and stuff I gotta get out of there in case it does rain. My hands are getting absolutely horrible. This is my left one, and it's all swelled up and numb. The fingers are tingling, and my hand is tingling, and my right hand. Let's see if I can hold this with this hand. The right hand won't even close very good. The thumb doesn't work very good. It's all stiff. So I don't know how many more days I'll be able to do this. I need to get that plot done today, and I'd like to shoot that rifle, and those are the last things I really need to get done outside right now. I would like to have gotten that elevated ground blind, the platform all, set in place, at least put together. That way we can level it out, digging the ground and stuff, moving around. But we didn't have enough time. I was getting way too hot. And once we get that platform together that way, I'll know how many more 2x6s I need to buy, and a couple pieces of 3/4 inch plywood for it too. So one thing at a time. We'll see. I'm halfway through getting dressed here. Just letting my hands work a little bit. Jesus. Luxuries are getting old. Get you some footage in a little bit. Alright, I got to the top of the plot. Still in the UTV, but there's a tree. You can see the branch sticking out right there. That's on the ground. And I got another one over here. As you can see on the ground there, that I gotta log up. And then I can throw them in the wagon I got. And then I'll start seeding this place. I forgot to get the other seed. Man, oh man. I don't have to go back for that, I guess. Have to. I'll have to drop these logs off anyway and grab the other seed then. And then I'll get to work, and we'll see how it goes. My hands are just horrible. Can't put any weight on them. Hard to move hard to grab things. It'll be fun running the saw, trying to cut these logs up and drag myself on the ground with them, but I've got to get it done, so. See what we do. My 2 saws here. My good cushion here. There's the first one. That's a maple, I believe, on the ground there. This one over here is an old spruce. It died because it was toppling over. I can rake up that area over there a little bit. I brought the rake. See how high this stuff is driving through. I drove through part of the lower plot. I didn't want to drive through here, this new trail that I made, because of there's a tight corner I have to turn to get down here, and with this trailer it would have been a real pain in the rear end to do, and I still got to cut down one more tree there to make that corner a little easier. But anyway, here I am. I got to tackle this thing. Gotta mentally tell myself not to move the camera so fast. I see myself doing that on my own videos when I watch them, so I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to pay attention. Yeah, all this stuff is gonna seed out, but I don't care. It'll just grow with it. It'll grow next spring, which that'll be great. That way I don't have to spend money on planting something in here. But in there's still all those stupid ferns growing through that stuff. I have to do glyphosate with those sometime, I think, because they just keep coming back in that same spot. But yes, this is the top part of the plot. We'll tackle it in a little bit. Just gotta sharpen one of my saws up and start working on this maple over here first. Get it out of the center of the plot. Then I can throw it into here. take it back down there, and then I gotta remember to grab some more seed down there. Okay, here's where the end was. Still got branches I gotta do, and I gotta rake this area up a little bit. There's my little bit of wood pile. It's left of the tree there. Then I still got the big spruce in front of the UTV I gotta take care of. But I'm gonna throw this over onto there. Well, I got it right here, and get that done, and then I'll probably get these branches out of here and that branch out of here, and I'll come back and start working on that spruce afterwards. I don't have time to set up the camera and trying to get through this stuff that's so high. It's a pain in the rear end on the camera. I don't know if I could get the angle so you'd see me. I'm be buried in this stuff. So once I run it over, it's different, but it ain't run over yet. I'm getting it done. Whew. Well, I got some of it done. You can see the size of the wood chips here, and look at them there. I must have hit a rock on this cut probably. I was trying to cut down towards the ground. You see I cut the ground a little bit there. I must have hit a rock in there. So now, once your shavings are that small, you're not cutting at all. It's barely gumming it going in through there. So I have to sharpen the saw or go get the husky, one or the other. Just to try and finish this off. I'm about, what, almost about halfway done probably. I don't know if I'm gonna tackle all those branches, but I'll get some of them. Might leave that crap right in there. My licking branch is right here. This is the back part of the plot. Usually I have a mock scrape right here, but yeah, it's gonna be really hard to see anything right now. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna have to drag this saw over there, and it's gonna need to be sharpened anyway. So, but I might just grab the husky and get that one running too, just to get some fuel through it, because that one's the one I just spent $110 on getting fixed. How's Emmy? So yeah, fun. And this is the trail I made. This is the head of it, and it goes that way. Oh boy. Jeez, I was in the outhouse the other night, and I could hear deer blowing it behind here. They must have been coming through here, trying to get into the bottom, you know, the food plot. When I was in the outhouse, it was in the dark. All right. Yep. When it's got tiny little flakes like that, you know you're done. Especially when I've had nice, decent size, you know, sawdust here. And then you come to this tiny powder crap. I must hit a rock. Oh well. I'll go get the other saw. All right. Just like magic for you guys, I'm magically still right here. I got the other saw now. Had to start it, make sure it's gonna run. She's running a little cold right now, but hopefully she cuts better than that. You can see I had to drag a new trail all the way onto this side of the UTV. It's a lot of work dragging yourself through this crap. Oh my God. Hopefully get this friggin' thing done, taken care of, and over with so I can start planting this plot. Yep. Alright, I just gotta be real careful I don't hit rock with this one, because I'm definitely gonna have to sharpen one or the other or both. And I'm not sure how sharp that is. Should be alright, but I'm not sure. Alright, I might start up this end and cut it where it's high off the ground. I'll take some of these branches out first. Cut it where it's high off the ground. That way I can roll it. I can't roll this at all because it's still connected to all these branches. So I can't roll it to get to the other side. So I've been pressing my luck trying to get down in the dirt, and that's what killed me right there. Dumb. Oh well, I'm gonna head over there and drag myself in, and then drag myself back over here. I'll give you some more footage in a bit. Oh boy, all right, that Husqvarna made quick work of the rest of that tree. Got it right there. I just got to kind of push that brush in a little bit further in, because I don't want it interfering with my licking branch at all, and I'm going to take out all these little stupid little trees. I can just drag myself through there and snap them with my hands. They're just real brittle trees, so just clean that area up a little bit for deer season. Get it ready. Get all these logs, this pile over to the other pile. That way, when I can drive the side by side over there with that cart, I can load up. I don't know if they're all going to fit in there, because I have half of it full right now with that maple. And these are spruce here, a lot bigger around, so might be a 2-trip deal. And I gotta go right where those trees are, standing right here. I can't tell what I'm pointing. Those big, it's a maple and looks like another spruce with no leaves on it. So that's probably gonna be cutting down too by the looks of it. But I gotta rake up in there, level that area out before I put the seed down. That's all fresh ground where my brother tore up those trees and got the stump out of there for me with the tractor. So it's all open ground. So rake that up, get some of the rocks out, level it up a little bit. So it's gonna be a decent bed for the clover. I'm gonna put clover up here this time around. I put brassica for a couple of years, and I think the soil might need a break from the brassica. So I want to do imperial whitetail clover and put that out here and see how that does. Hope it'll go through this stuff. This rye and rye and mostly ferns. But I'll run it all over afterwards. I'll take that cart off, and then I'll just run back and forth with the UTV to try and tear up the soil and flatten everything down. And hopefully that'll be good. That'll be a good thatch layer. And this top plot will be done. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant anything in the lower plot yet still, because on the far side I did put clover, and the clover's growing good inside of that rye and stuff. So there's a lot of buckwheat in that stuff too. So I don't know. I'll leave that in there. Let them eat that stuff this year just to help that build the soil up, because that soil needed some help. And you saw last year, nothing grew in either one of them, but we had a big drought last year. All right, well, it feels good to do some work. My hands are letting me do the work so far. They're just wicked stiff. I feel like they're all swelled up. My fingers feel as skinny as my fingers are. These feel swelled up, or it's the joints or something. It's just, here's what it is. I ain't not gonna stop. I gotta get stuff done. So yeah, next trick will be working on this little bird of brush, trying to get it back further, and then I'll clear out around that licking branch site. All right, here's the area now. Here's the licking branch right there. I gotta get the area cleared out quite a bit now, so I can throw some seed in there too. Still got that one little tiny tree there to tear out, but missed that one. There's where the firewood is right there. And the other pile's there, so I gotta come over to there and throw this pile over to that pile, and then load up the cart and come back and get another load probably. Yeah. Alrighty, then I can start planting. I gotta get that other seed too. Alright, got the saw back in here, drag myself back over through here. That pile of wood's over there. So much wood I got in here so far with the maple. But I gotta go over here and do some raking, but I'll do that after. I gotta get this wood out of here first. So I'm gonna back this thing around and try and get it backed up so I can back up the trailer over here to where this pile is, because I can't go ahead because there's big giant rocks in front of me. So I'll tackle that, and then I'm gonna come over here and rake that, level that up, and there's a couple of branches from those trees I gotta pick up over there too. So I'm just gonna toss the rake over there for now. Actually, I'll leave it in here until I get over here. I don't want it in the way while I'm trying to turn this thing around. It goes into this crap. I'll never see it. But it's only just after 9 o'clock. Feels like it's friggin' noontime already. I bet it's up since 6 doing this. So 3 hours I got all that stuff done. It would have taken somebody an hour just to stand up and just zip through it and throw it all in a pile. But sitting on the ground, dragging yourself around with this cushion and stuff is a lot more time consuming and a lot more energy, especially my hands and my wrists and shoulders. I will be paying for this one for a couple of weeks after I'm done, I'm sure. My feet. Yeah. Last load, finally. Last load. Yeah. can't use my hands very well. So gotta use my arms and my palms, sort of. My fingers freaking ache. They hurt my hands real bad when I use my fingers much. So not doing that so well. Come here. 3 more. There. Oh man. That thing's finally out of the way. Finally. Oh. All right. Next step. I gotta go get the other seed and stuff, but I'm gonna go grab something to eat first and drink. I didn't bring anything with me again as usual. I always forget that. I'm gonna do that, relax for a little bit, then come back out here, rake that, and then plant the seed. And then run it all over. Whew. Get off my butt. This one's not quite as big a load as the last one, but it's still a good full load. Alrighty. Come back with the other seed. It is some brassica in that seed, but the other one I have here is all this clover. But the brassica's really old, and I just want to see if it's gonna grow at all or not. Just get it out of the garage, out of the shed. All right, Sam and I just made it back into camp. I'm just gonna make something to eat. Heading close to 11, so it's gonna be a brunch, breakfast, lunch mixture. And we'll get back at it after to rake that ground level up top and then start planting. See you in a few. All right, as you can see, I'm back out in the field again, the top plot. And I'll show you what I'm getting ready to rake here. This stuff is so thick, I don't know. Well, this side's not too bad, it's kind of thin. This side's so thick, hopefully that seed will take. We'll see. Run everything over and mulch it into the ground, hopefully it'll work. Show you what I'm doing here. All right, here's where the stump removal and the trees we took out were. I'm gonna get ready to rake that. I'm trying to rake this area out, and I got my loppers right there. So I can chop some of these, pieces of root and stuff that are still sticking out of the ground. So that's my little project. Once I get this part done, then I can start finally seeding the plot. It's this whole top area here. I'll go over here. Right over there is where the licking stick is, and licking branch and stuff is over there, and the mock scrape. It's pretty thick in here because all these stupid ferns. Well, I'm gonna get to work. You can see the before, and I'll do an after. Whew, holy, just about done. I got a little pile. Of course, I unhooked my wagon, and now I need to take this pile out of here. I'm all friggin' dirty, sitting on the ground. You always get so friggin' dirty. Look at my arms. Sitting on the ground, friggin' raking and moving, pulling roots and stuff. But it looks a hell of a lot better. Let me turn it around and I'll show you what I got here. All right, there it is. A lot smoother, flatter, and a lot less roots and rocks now. Got a big pile of rocks to the right-hand side of that tree pile bundle there, but I buried it in some debris too. Raked up some of that sawdust and brought it in there. And here's my little debris pile I gotta pick up. Gotta go back and get the wagon. Pick up that stupid thing. Then it'll be able to be seeded into, as far as I can tell. But I'm not sure what time it is right now, but it looks like we might be getting some rain coming. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait till after, or wait till a little bit later on when it cools down. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. We will see, I guess. Where the trees were. Oh boy, I'm tired. Hands are aching, my shoulders are aching, the all usual aches. I gotta grab that wagon for this debris pile. I'll be back. Well, I just checked my weather app on my phone and it's not showing any rain at all. So that could be just something quick pass by sort of thing. And right up until tomorrow, almost noontime, I don't see any rain, but it says rain tomorrow. I just don't see when. So I just don't want to lay this seed on the ground and let it start baking and getting ruined. It won't be so bad in the in the vegetation once it gets rolled on top of it, but this open spot, we'll see. Still gotta go get that wagon and pick up that debris pile, so at least get that done, and just maybe I'll seed tonight later on before and have that dew help it in the morning, and then hopefully it'll rain tomorrow. We'll see. Get back to you soon. All right, cart is full. The pile is gone and all leveled out. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna take a little break and then I'll come out and seed. Give my wrists and shoulders and arms a little break. And I got a lot of it flattened down already, driving back and forth. I got a little road over here. Going through this stuff right on the edge of this. But it is what it is. I'm gonna drop this off at the fire pit, unhook this trailer and go in the house, replenish on some water and relax for a few minutes. All right, 2:30 in the afternoon. I've been working since about 6 a.m. this morning, trying to get stuff done out there, so finally all ready to be planted. So now I'm just gonna rest for a little bit. I'm not sure for what time I'll plant it. 2:30. If I'll plant right before I eat or right after I eat. Not sure yet. We'll see. I know right now I'm taking a break. I wiped my face with some wipes in my hands and arms as much as I could. Seems to be okay compared to how dark it was. The clothes are horrible though. Oh well, it is what it is. That's what you do when you work, right? Well, I might even take a nap. I am tired. I am wiped right out. My arms are vibrating. My arms and hands and wrists. Yeah, we'll see. Get back to you in a little bit, bye. Hey, back at the plot. This is an old bag I have of Imperial Whitetail with the greens. That's sort of a Brassica blend. I also have some of this older Northwoods Whitetail stuff that's also Sweet Feast Brassica blend. So, and this is what I intended to plant in here, Imperial Whitetail Clover. So I'm gonna do a little bit of mixture, and I guess I'm gonna have some Brassica going in there. Anyway, can't read what's on the wintergreen, but the Northwoods Whitetail says white radish, winter forage turnip, another kind of forage turnip, collards, Winfred, Brassica, and kale. So it's gonna have quite the variety. And I'm gonna mix it up with the Imperial Whitetail Clover. And I'm gonna start in this spot over here where my licking branches and stuff is here. It's gonna do a little bit in here because you can't drive the UTV in here or anything. So I haven't been able to plant in here very well since I got the UTV. So I'm gonna walk through here and plant it with this electric spreader that I have here. This little handheld jalopy. And then I'll continue out and through there. See how it goes. Alright, I got that much left so far. I went all around those big rocks and come back this way. Did all this stuff. I'm finding that it's probably gonna be easier for me run this stuff over first and then walk on top of it after, because trying to walk through it when it's up is a pain in the ass with crutches. my legs get hooked on everything and my crutches get snagged on everything. I almost fall down. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of running over first, and then I'll run over some more after, as long as I get enough fuel. Do see I'm getting low on fuel too now. So that's my plan. I'll run it over first and then seed some more. I haven't done the center yet, but just around this area. This has got a bunch of seeds. It's hard to see, it's so small, and it kind of helps that some of it's coated, so you can at least see some of it. Alrighty, continue on. Okay, I got another load ready. I'm gonna do this little inlet here. I've got a camera there that I usually watch my food plot with. Not food plot, my my food for the winter time, when you can put deer out for the put food out for the deer. I can't even talk today. But it's decommissioned at the moment. I ain't paying for it. That's the Guard Pro camera. But I got this run over pretty good. This is what I call the top plot. As far as you can see, that's been run over. This was part of the original plot. That tree that's right there was the tree that I used to have my tree stand on when this was all woods. And it used to be this little small section here was the food plot. That was all still thick woods over there, so that's all been cut down. It's all thinned out. Looks pretty good. So I gotta just trying to use that sander with my crutches, not hand sander. I can't even talk today. The cedar with my crutches. My hands keep going numb because they're just so. I've aggravated the living crap out of the carpal tunnel trying to do everything that I've been doing, and now the hands just go right numb and tingling and everything else. So it's kind of a little bit of pain to do this, but I gotta get it done now. And I don't know, the rain shows a couple of chances tomorrow, and it's saying rain, but geez, it's just not showing it. I mean, it was saying rain. Now I don't even know if we're gonna get rain today or not. We'll see. I'll get to commence to doing this and see how far I can get with that bunch. All right. Got this whole area that you can see that's all flattened down, all seeded. Now I'm gonna drive over it just a little bit, just to try and get a little bit better seed to soil contact, try and tear up some of this stuff a little bit better. And then I might make a couple of runs just on this edge of the plot. I have clover and stuff growing way down there in that corner, doing pretty good. So mostly all here is what is it called? Buckwheat right now. There's some stuff there's some persimmon clover in sporadic places. So might just, could I have a little bit of seed left, I might just run a couple of lines down this side over here and then just plant the rest of that over there, just to get it off the book, so to speak, so I don't have to worry about, having more that's 5 years old sitting around. Everything else will be brand new once I get it. But it's hard to tell. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the blue and green little bits and pieces in here, but once you get into that stuff, it's hard to tell. And hoping that it's not staying on top of the thatch. That's why I'm gonna drive over a little bit to try and get it to work its way down to the ground. And now we're just gonna pray for rain. It's a pretty good little spot, hopefully. So it's gonna have that winter greens and brassica blend by Northwoods whitetail, and then also imperial whitetail clover. So it's gonna have a smorgasbord if it grows. God willing, it does. See how she goes. Well, here's the finished product of I just planted this in the same stuff that I have on the top. I just made a little run because I had to drive up and down here to get up to that top plot anyway. So I just planted that same stuff in here. I'm gonna leave this just the way it is, with all that it already has in there. And over past that rock, there's a lot of clover in over there. But I do see some crimson clover growing right in here too, on top of the buckwheat. So I was gonna leave that. So they have something in here to eat all the time, and then hopefully that stuff starts growing. I got the one new bag and everything else is old, so I don't know if the other stuff's gonna grow or not, but we'll see how it goes. Hurry up and wait. Sammy's eating something over there. Yeah, we just had dinner too. We just had pinto beans with hot dogs in it. Something different, something quick. We just put it on the grill, on the stove inside, just to get it done and over with. It's getting late already. This is the food plot. Camp right over here. Hey folks, good morning. Had a rough night last night. It had rained a little bit. Could hear it hitting the metal roof and stuff a few times, and everything's wet out there. But this left wrist, I couldn't close my hand. It was painful just to close it that much. So I had to wake up and I was pushing on right around there with my other thumb really hard, pushing and hard. And I finally let go a little bit, and also felt like, my fingers were all numb from my thumb all the way down. The only one that wasn't was this pinky. Everything else was just numb. So I was rubbing my arm and moving my shoulders, getting blood flow going, and it was a pain. I was around 3-something this morning. And so finally, about 5 or so, I fell back to sleep and I woke up almost 7. So I'm up now. I gotta get I'm gonna have some oatmeal. Jeff said he'd be over here early today, but he'd been here by now the last time, so I'm glad though. I'm glad that hopefully they're just sleeping in because of this nice weather. Plus it was raining and we're supposed to be working outside, so maybe he figured he can't work out in the rain anyway. So, but I don't see any more rain for the rest of the day, so I can't do much anymore. I've run myself to the ground, did all that work I did yesterday on the food plot. So I'm going to have to go home probably tomorrow and ice my wrists and stuff for a while. That usually helps that carpal tunnel for a little bit. But, yeah, the only other thing I wanted to do this time around is shoot my rifle, get that sighted in. I wanted to make a bin for my compost, but that's going to have to be another time. So we'll get to making some oatmeal. I'm at the my Everest grill there, right there. Sammy's back in the bed already. Get to work. We'll talk to you in a bit. Oh, there's Sammy. Got Jeff's back over here helping me again with try and get this thing squared up. At least get the frame all up so we can have that done before he goes back home to Pennsylvania. See how it goes. Digging a little hole so I can try and level it out. Well, I was putting you in it. All right, Mike Carpenter says we're doing pretty damn good. Here's this so far. It is solid as a rock. Pretty rugged. We are just getting ready to start putting the hangers up. We're doing the measurements. As you can see, we're going to do the other side. But this is going to be awesome. 8x8. It's locked in good. Everything's fairly level. Doing good. Sammy's been supervising the whole day. Alrighty, back to work. Let's go. Okay, thank you very much for all your help, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Certainly appreciate it. Here's the finished product so far. I mean, all I got to do now is buy a couple pieces of probably 3/4 inch plywood put up here. And that'll be all I'm going to do for this year. I'm not going to be able to afford to build the top, but we got this baby built pretty well with 6x6. I was going to do the 4x4s, but the weight rating was not good, and I wanted an 8x8 in case I need to put a cot in here or something. Or, have it for a kid's sleepover place or whatever. Might as well, if you're going to build something, might as well have something you can use it for more than one thing for. So, that is it. It is pretty rugged. Pretty rugged. Yep, so it was 8x8. Alright, Sammy's been supervising the whole time, and we worked through one rainstorm. Actually, it was raining again, but we went out to get more lumber for the other rainstorm. So, we're cleaning up now. Alright, this is me looking from the outside. And you can see right through there, behind it is the food plot. So I'll be cutting a couple little holes in the tree line here. I got a couple of dead spruce up there that need to come down anyway. And that's all we'll do. We'll have this tucked away in this woods so you can watch that food plot. And then if we come around here, This is where the UTV is. I might build a little stairway here to get up to this level, then have another set of stairs that'll go up here, so Samantha can get up there with me, or anybody use normal stairs, not a ladder. So that's that for now. That's all I can afford this year for that. Besides that piece of plywood, then I'll try and stain it or something and put plastic over it for the winter time. Hey, good morning, folks. Just got done having some oatmeal and sweeping up the floor. I had it all kind of dirty because it rained out a couple of times yesterday, and also when I was working with the chainsaw, I have to sit down to run the chainsaw, so the sawdust comes all over me, and you don't realize how much gets into your pockets and into your shoes and on through your socks and everywhere else till you take your clothes off to go to bed, and then there's sawdust everywhere. So just got done sweeping that up. It's gonna be a beautiful day today by the looks of it. Low 70s and sunshine. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to shoot my rifle today, get it sighted in here. It'll be the first time I get to actually use this shooting range. And then probably head home. My brother had his surgery yesterday for his shoulder. Not for his shoulder, for his bicep. My shoulders are acting up and my wrists are acting up. I got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday to get my hands and stuff checked out and see if I can do anything for them. We got most of that elevator ground blind, all the base taken care of. We just need to put some plywood on the top. So possibly sometime this week, if I get my check, I'll buy some plywood to put on the top of that, and that'll be done for now for this season. That's all I'll be able to afford to do with it this year. And I might put a stain or something on it just to try and help preserve it some, put a tarp over the top so the winter time, hopefully plastic protect it a little bit. Just to, save it, hopefully. Anyways, almost August, so it's getting close to the deer season. You can be able to start bear baiting in August, so my brother's probably excited about that. Just his bicep tear is going to slow him down a little bit. But he just had the surgery, so hopefully it heals fast for him. Well, I'm going to get to cleaning up a little bit more in here. I got to do my dishes now that I had that oatmeal. And get outside and try and get that shooting range all straightened up. I hope I have targets. I can't remember if I have. I know I have one I homemade inside the truck, but hopefully I have some other ones too. We'll see what I got. Hey everybody, I'm finally getting ready to try and shoot this rifle. I got a target set down at 51 yards or 50.9 yards it was, so about halfway. I just want to make sure I'm hitting paper before I send it all the way down to 100. And let me show you what I got here. Okay, there's the Browning X-Bolt 2 and 6.5 PRC. Using some Norma ammo today, and it's let's see here, 140 grain. Downrange, there's a 50-yard target down there, and then way in the back, way back down there where that stump is, that's the 100-yard or 100-yard target. So we'll start with the 50 and see if we can hit paper, and we'll go from there. Did first shot, forgot to turn the video on. What a surprise. It's a little to the right, so I moved it over. See where this one goes. .2561 for feet per second of a PRC. That's kind of surprising. I thought I'd do a lot better than that. Yeah, we got here another shot. Yeah, that's gonna be good enough for now for 50 yards. So I'll move the target back to the 100-yard range and try and get it dialed in down there. See how it goes. Okay, there's the target board so far. First shot, second shot, third shot, fourth shot, fifth shot. I took the fifth shot and then I adjusted it over. It might be too far over, but we're gonna shoot it at 100. I'm gonna bring it down, way down there by that stump, by that big tree. and set it up down there, and then I'll aim at this target over here. All right, I just took 2 more shots with the at 100 yards, and I can't see the holes. I thought I saw the second shot right to the right of the bullseye, so I gotta go check it. Take a ride down with the UTV again. My eyes are just, I can't see those holes that far away. I should have brought my spotting scope, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. We'll take a ride down and see what it is. Well, I'm at the target, and for 100 yards, it did pretty damn good. The first one was right in the bullseye. Second was right to the right of it. So I'm gonna take a couple more shots just to see where that's grouping, if I have to move it one way or a little bit. But can't complain about that. Let me show you what I got here. All right, there's the 2 shots right there. One right in the bullseye, and one right to the right of it. I'll take 3 more shots just so I get an idea where that is, and if I have to tweak it one side or the other, and I'll call that good. All right, that's not too bad. I'm gonna send these 3 more rounds down just to, give it a 5-shot group instead of a 2-shot. See what we get. I'm not very impressed with the speed of the bullet, and it was saying in here these are the slower bullets, but what were they? All right, 2887. I ain't getting that. I'm getting one. I saw 26. Most of the rest are in 25. So this is a 24-inch barrel. So I don't know. I want to try a few other different rounds anyway, but these ones are pretty accurate, so you can't complain about that. So let me just fire these last 3 ones down there and see what they do. Again, this is a 6.5 PRC. That one go a little low. All right, that's all the shooting I'll do for today. It's hitting target, but I don't know. We'll see what that looks like when I get up to it. I know 2 or 3 of them were high now. So I don't know what the heck's going on with that. It's not the greatest ammunition, but it's all I could afford at the time. That was still $47.99 a box. We'll see. But I'm gonna have to adjust these now. My brother had it set to 0 for how he was shooting, but they weren't hitting where I needed to hit, so I'll have to reset those turrets after too. Take a ride back down and see what we got. All right, you can see where the first 2 shots were right there, but then the last 3 were higher up. So I don't know what's up with that. Stupid me, I didn't put the chronograph on. I wonder if they were faster, but I don't know. So if you take the 2 shots, yeah, it's shooting great, but then add them all together, and yeah, it's not the greatest. So, yeah, we'll see. Here's one last look at the food plot. I'm leaving this part up, all the buckwheat and stuff, for more soil building. And on that far end over there, there is some clover mixed in with it. There is actually, you can see some red clover in there as well. But this has all been planted in imperial white-tailed clover plus brassicas of a couple of kinds and wintergreens, and that whole top plot has been too. So I had a buck actually up there last night. I think it was a buck. It looked like it was out by that big rock way in the back, close to where the licking branch is. But maybe I'll see something now that all the vegetation's flattened down over there. We'll see. Getting ready to leave and just getting ready to pack everything up. Be gone for a couple of days, come back maybe in another week or so.